How's it going, BMTM? Welcome to the BMTM Sports Update.
Giorgio, as you know, Coca-Cola has destroyed our sponsorship, and now we need Toronto, the Public Health Committee, that's the number there, sponsor us to pay for these cheap papers we have here to read off of. So thank you, Toronto Public Health, for my stress toy. Sorry, you can continue. I just had to, brought to you by, all that stuff so we don't get sued.
All right, I'm alongside David Oliveira, Curtis Pacheco, and Nelson.
Yeah, that's me.
Nelson.
Nelson.
The Leafs have started the trading transaction a week in advance. They've made 2 trades in as many days, and we'll look over them right now. Yesterday, the Leafs acquired Colin Smith, a 4th-round 2016 pick. In exchange, the Colorado Avalanche acquired Sean Matthias, and this morning, brand new trade here, Leafs acquired 2 second-round picks, one in 2017, one in 2018. And Rafi Torres' rights. In exchange, the San Jose Sharks acquire Roman Polak and Nick Spaulding. Guys, what do you think about this? I mean, we've gotten quite a bit of picks here, and you guys think we could have squeezed a little bit more out of this, or do you think we've done as much as we could?
I definitely think we could have squeezed a little bit more on this trade because Roman Polak, he had high trade potential, but the future is the future. We got what we got, and that's good. Picks are always good, especially for a rebuilding team like we have now. And I'm excited to see what all these prospects and picks bring in the future.
What about you, Curtis?
Well, I agree in the part where we have to get prospects and picks to build the future, but the part about Roman Polak squeezing more out of this deal, not at all. I think we're lucky to get 2 seconds for Roman Polak and Nick Spaulding. But like you said, 2 seconds, a 4th-round pick, and a prospect, solid for a rebuilding team.
To fill in some spots, Brendan Leipsic and Stuart Percy of the Toronto Marlies have been recalled to spend some time with the Maple Leafs, who are now without the services of Matthias, Spaulding, Polak, and of course Jared Cowan, who's injured, coming from the Dion Phaneuf trade. This gives some AHL players to prove what they have to the Maple Leafs and where they're at developmentally. You guys have any opinions on Brendan Leipsic or Stuart Percy?
I like Stuart Percy. He's a beauty, bud. And I like him because he has great hockey IQ. I love seeing him on the ice because he knows where to pass. He finds open passing lanes, and he has a nice wrister. And I think he's just great. Leipzig had that one goal before, but I have to see how he is later.
He scored a beauty. I mean, he looked like Cozy Bautista out there. And what about you, Nelson? What's your advice to these young players?
Do the best you can. Don't let your dad tell you can't do it, because I let him. Look at me now. But you just have to be the best you can. You can't let I know an NHL is a scary place. I know about you guys. But don't get nervous. Mistakes happen. Find those passing lanes with those nice wristers and all that, and you'll be good. You'll be on the NHL, no problem. And you'll probably be on my NHL draft team. So, just saying, be good.
All right, now we'll kick it off to Avery Price and for his little segment on the girls' volleyball team.
Thank you, Giorgio. I'm here alongside with David Oliveira, and my name's Avery Price. Now, David, on Friday, the junior girls' volleyball team was facing Marshall McLuhan in their quarterfinal debut. Now, they lost 2-0. So what do you think the girls did wrong on that day, and what can they do to improve their skills for next season?
I mean, first of all, before I go into things, I just want to thank Mr. Kolos for improving his coaching. I knew that took a lot of effort and a lot of after-school time, and he's probably been one of the worst coaches in BMTM history.
Agreed.
But he came back strong, and that's the important thing, and that just proves that no matter how low you get, you can get back to the top. Another thing, to improve, what went wrong is I think they didn't give it 101%. They gave it 100%, but not the full 101%. They didn't come with the community, and they just need to be more hype, better cheers, because cheers make it great, ace. And basically, their lobs were fantastic, their volleys were fantastic, their bumps could have been better, and their spikes could have been better, but their serves were really good, and that's what matters.
Now, David, before we get off here, how do you think Mr. Kolos changed his strategies? Like, how fair did he transition from the boys' senior volleyball team to the girls' junior volleyball team?
I mean, I've been in this gym since grade 9, and I always smell the smell of defeat in this gym. A bunch of L's, more L's than Meek Mill. And what happened is I'm just proud, and what his coaching did. His coaching, I don't know what changed much because I wasn't here when they were practicing, but he also had Di Prieto, so I'm sure Di Prieto brought a couple of strategies of her own to the team. And I think the team itself wanted to win. And I think that's why they were so successful.
Well, you've heard it right here, right now. This has been BMTM Sports, Toronto.